for all things Halloween. This is hauntformer, and I realize that 2020 is almost out the door. So, because of that, I'm going to talk about two props that came out just towards the rear end of this year. I was going to wait until 2021 to talk about them, but I'm a little excited, and I'm sure you are too, and you probably have seen these. If you haven't, I'm going to explain them to you. I'm pretty sure you've seen the first one on social media by now. But these are two props, respectively, from Spirit Halloween and Distortions Unlimited that I think you might be interested in. And as the 2021 season progresses, I will try to keep up to date on the new releases with the Halloween and Party Expo / HauntCon coming out in January. I'll be covering that. I have got tickets for it already, so you'll be seeing all that good stuff very, very soon. First prop that I wanted to talk about is Lord Dakhanavar from Spirit Halloween, which a lot of people have already made videos on. A lot of people have it already, and I never really talked about it. It kind of went under my radar. I've known about it for months now. I just never made a video on it, and I figured maybe you want to hear my opinions on the thing. Well, here's the thing. First of all, Lord Dakhanavar is a creative name, but I don't like the name because it doesn't really tell you what the prop is. It doesn't really make any sense if you're an outsider. If you heard, hey, Lord Dakhanavar, like, what is that, a ghost? I don't know. It's a vampire. And that's good, because we haven't had a vampire main stage prop since, like, 2011. So I'm glad we got a vampire, I think. This is a cool-looking design. They used the Bloody Bag of Jokes zombie bait reskin and kind of modified it with this vampire twist. The thing about it is, it looks cool in the promotional pictures and on the videos that Spirit put out, but I've seen a lot of pictures from people who got it on Christmas, and it doesn't look like this. It doesn't really have the detail that you would expect, all of the veins and everything. And it doesn't look bad. I mean, vampires are meant to be pale, but it certainly doesn't look what you would expect. But my biggest gripe is not the look of it necessarily, but it's more so the audio. I'm not a fan of the audio. I've never liked talky props that just are like, well, I am the evil, I'm going to kill you. Talk is cheap, folks. And unless this thing is going in your queue of your haunt, or maybe you're putting it on your porch for Halloween, those are understandable uses for the thing. But as a haunter, someone who likes designing haunted houses, a talking prop doesn't really work, and sure, it looks creepy, but I wish the audio would be more of a bat screeching sound effect, kind of like the hanging bat. But it's not. It's him talking about, I'm gonna take you, and I honestly don't know what he says, but I wasn't a big fan of the audio when I heard it. You know, it is what it is. It's less than $200. I think it's a fair price from Spirit. While I like the vampire look of it, I really thought we were going to get something else. I think as just a static vampire with more detail, kind of like our next upcoming prop I'm about to talk about, I feel like there was more that could have been done with him. And really, I'm left scratching my head because we had a cave at Spirit, but we didn't put the vampire in the cave, but we put clowns on a boat. Tell me how that makes sense. I don't know. But that's enough of Lord Dakhanavar. I know a lot of people are big fans of him. He's been a popular kind of like cult following because he wasn't in the stores. I think he's fine. I think he's a release that we should have got for 2020, but maybe we'll see him in stores for 2021. I don't really know. They might surprise us. Second prop I want to talk about, and one that I'm more excited for, honestly, even though I'm not going to probably get it, just because it's a little beyond my personal spending budget for myself. But we have here the giant pumpkin Stalker from Distortions Unlimited. Now, I don't know if you knew this, but Distortions is currently my favorite Halloween prop company. They always knock it out of the park, and over the last few years, they have been making some very affordable budget props. This guy being probably the biggest Mac Daddy, pun intended, the biggest Mac Daddy of them all. I really liked last year's Nosferatu. Well, this year, it's about to be last year's Nosferatu. And this guy is incredible. It's a giant static. Reminds you of the Corn Stalker from Spirit, if you're a Spirit fan. But he is this giant pumpkin guy, 8 feet tall. And Ed from Distortions actually made a video on how to unbox and assemble your giant pumpkin stalker, which is wicked. They also made a smaller pumpkin prop that they also released. And while that's cool, and I like the pumpkin, I think this is definitely the standout piece that they've released thus far. But I'm sure there's plenty more coming, so I am just waiting to see what Distortions releases. If not in the next upcoming weeks, for sure by the Halloween and Party Expo, where we will see everything. And don't worry, I'm going to be covering that extra specially around January 19th through the 21st, which is when the expo takes place, online. It's actually not in person this year. They were going to have it in Texas, but, you know, because of the virus that shall not be named, they decided to keep it online, which is respectable. But with that being said, this guy, incredible. I just spit, like, a lot. This guy is incredible. Lord Dakhanavar is also very, very cool. So far, these end of 2020, start of 2021 releases are pretty epic. And I can't wait to see what other things come out of this upcoming season. Do you think, leave in the comments below, that 2021 is going to be more spooky than 2020? Because 2020 had lots of spookiness, lots of scary things. So is 2021 going to be able to top it? And what stuff would you want to see from Spirit, Distortions, any of the companies, Techie, Gemmy, Morris, what have you? Leave your thoughts down there. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. And remember, for all things Halloween, this is Hauntformer.